Goodness, okay. I am really wet. I just got out of the shower. You're probably wondering, like, I have my hair pushed back, but you're probably wondering what the hell's on my forehead. This is something called a frowny, or a frowny. It's Frownies. It's a brand of wrinkle tape, because I'm at that age where I use that now. I don't know. I'm self-conscious about a lot of things. Aging is one of them. I feel like I have a youthful face still, but I do have a forehead furrow thing going on. I have worry lines, you know, because I worry a lot. I like go, what is the meaning of life, you know? Like the thinker. I don't know. Whatever. So that's what that is. And I just got out of the shower, and that's fitting because we're about to get wet again. Not really, but we're about to go look for the water shrine. So let's do that. We do have the airship, so going from town to town should be pretty easy, obviously. So from what I've gathered, now that all those yellow dots in the map are places we've been, I hope this isn't going to be too distracting. I just have a patch. This is not how you're supposed to use this. You're supposed to, like, tear them up and, like, distribute them around your forehead. But, it's also for, like, between the eyes. I don't know. I don't have it that bad right there. I think I'm making, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself with covering up wrinkles at 35, 36 almost. But, you know, getting old. Whatever. I'm trying to nip it in the bud, if you will. Anyway, I don't care. I'm still recording, still having a face cam. I think this is the town I need to go to. And of course it's gonna make me, like, land all the way over here. I also have to go over here at some point. You'll see what I mean. So we haven't been to this continent, like, at all thus far. Right? What's this? What's this? Oh, I don't know. It's just like a path through the woods. I don't know what any of this is. Looks like there should be a cave there, but there's totally not. Anyway, let's find a place to land so we can go here. I'm pretty sure this is the town we need to go to. Can I land right here? Okay, good. So anyway, who should I was gonna say who should I be on screen in this episode, because I feel like I'm always the knight. So yeah, I just got back from the gym again. I had quite the night. I was at Peddler's Village, as I am wont to do, and I was really craving a burger, and Peddler's Village has, like, the best burger I've ever had, which is, like, their Southwest burger. And yes, this is the town on rack. Look at all these columns. It's like ancient Greece. It's like Atlantis here. We'll see what that's about. Anyway, I had the Southwest burger at this place called the Buttonwood Grill. And I don't need to buy items. What am I doing? Might need to buy magic here, though. The Buttonwood Grill. Let's be... I don't know. I feel like let's be the White Mage. She looks the most at home in this town of... her robes look like a toga. I don't know. So, and then I walked around and looked at scarecrows, because they have scarecrows on display for the fall. And there's like a scarecrow festival, like a contest. I saw some pretty good ones. The sunken shrine is said to be filled with riches. Silver, gold, silver and gold. Nah, wrong holiday. It's not Christmas yet, it's Halloween almost. Sorta. It's not even Halloween almost. Diamonds, even tablets describing lost languages and civilizations, if you believe the legends. So, yeah, anyway, she was talking about the sunken shrine. What is this sunken shrine we're talking about? Long ago, an ancient race known as the Sky People used a language called Lufanian. I gotta keep it down, by the way, because it's like past midnight. I'm talking in a low voice. My brother Un would always tell me how he'd figure out how to speak it if only he had the Rosetta Stone. I mean, the Rosetta Stone does teach you how to speak other languages. Let's take a peek at your reflection in the water. Ugh, you're filthy. Use this to wash up. I think we've seen this before. I was gonna say, it's like in Lord of the Rings, the pool of... There's a dragon just walking around. the heck? Amazing! Humans have been honored by the Dragon King. So I don't think I can get to this town without the airship. I was gonna say I can't get the airship. I could have done this town and this crystal without getting the class change, though. So the dragon wouldn't say that otherwise. Anyway, my father's with the caravan. Right now they're over in the desert to the west, so that desert that I was alluding to. They usually pitch camp by the forest near the north of the desert. I hope he comes home soon. I just realized my mic is like really far down on my like chin. Hopefully you can hear me. Hi. I have a wrinkle patch in my forehead if you didn't catch that. I'm pretty sure I did come through earlier. Anyway, I just got out of the bathtub after going to the gym, after going to Peddler's Village for a burger. I had to work off that burger, man. Find anything to your liking. So we got Null Death and Healaga. Huh. Are these the only two level 7 spells we've seen? Null Death is pretty good. How common is it to like come up against instant death in this game? Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Null Death isn't that useful, but I'm gonna eat my words if it's... Well, anyway, we definitely want Healaga. I could teach Null Death to Laris too, but I want to save room. I have so much gil right now though, so like, I feel like I really don't have to conserve it that much. Saber, oh that's a pretty, oh no, that's not that good of a one. And I can't even learn it. Laris can't learn level 7 Black Magic, what the heck? I can't use, I mean neither of these are that good. Saber would only increase the user, so that's really only for like a Black Mage, or maybe a Ninja, if I had a Ninja would be able to use that. But like, increasing a Black Mage attack is not that great, and you can only use it on yourself. So like, pointless much? I don't know. Now if I could give that to the Red Mage, that'd be kind of cool, but Temper is just better, I don't know. Let's give some White Magic then to him. Can he learn Healaga? He sure can. I just realized I can like... Oh, I can't learn Null Death. Wait. Oh, wait. What did I just learn? I just learned Null Death. Oh, I did learn Null Death. I can't learn Healaga. Okay, well now, 2 of my characters know Null Death. I hope it's a useful spell. Are those legs really yours? Oh, I'm sorry. Are those legs really yours? What kind of a weird question is that? It's almost like something a Disney character might ask. Hint, hint, I don't know. Someone with red hair, kind of like this White Mage. Anyway, hi, my name's Kupo? Are you a Moogle? Moogles aren't in this yet. My name's Cop. You want to hear about the shining object I saw? I think it fell somewhere near the waterfall to the north. No one believes me, but I think it was some kind of mechanical creature. So, yeah, anybody who says that Final Fantasy didn't have science fiction elements in it, in the early days of it, I hate to break it to you, but 200 years ago the Shrine of Onrak flourished. It brimmed with the power of water. But I ask one thing of you, please restore that power to its former grace. Okay, so the Shrine of Onrak is the place where the water crystal must... what are you doing? Is that a submarine? I wanted to save the mermaids living on the seafloor, so I made this submarine out of a barrel. That is steampunk, if I've ever seen it. Anyway, but I went underwater, I started running out of air, I couldn't breathe. It's totally useless, even worse, it's dangerous. You'd better keep away. So the submarine takes you down to the bottom of the sea, but then you have to get out at the bottom of the sea, is what I gather. And we won't be able to breathe because we are humans without gills, and yeah, mermaids exist, by the way. So, that's cool. Look at this guy, he looks like one of those guys from the gym in FF7. That Underhill fellow from the caravan had something very weird for sale. Underhill? Is he a hobbit? Cope's been spreading some nonsense story about how he saw a shining thing fall out of the sky. Out of me way, blasted. I haven't been able to catch me a single fish. How am I supposed to keep food on me plates and and just hiccup in my belly? Can't even say the word beer or rum or whatever. Grog? I don't know. This is where all the pirates should be. This is the water town, right? Oh, wait. Graveyard. Where we go first? Okay, well, that's the church. Look at my legs. Aren't they wonderful? I love having legs. Look. Did you see that the move I just did? No, I didn't. In later Final Fantasies, there will be, like, dancers who spin around and pirouette. It's a well. It looks like you could really climb inside, but you can't, really. Why would you say that if I don't know. They say that the shrine sank into the sea 200 years ago. Now there are mermaids living there, or so the story goes. So yeah, these people who are so excited about having legs are obviously mermaids. They're like, they pulled an Ariel. They made a deal with the villains. I don't know. These are poor, unfortunate souls. Do you ever hear of something called Oxyale? No. I mean, yes, but no. Alright, so I don't need the church right now. That sounds blasphemous, but I don't need to revive any of my characters. They say this used to be a beautiful village until about 200 years ago. So who's buried here? Link? Zelda? No? Okay. Nobody of note is buried here. It's the most pointless graveyard ever. No, it's not. There's, wait, how many graves? There's 8 of them? There must be some kind of numerological method. What are there 8 of? 8 legs of an octopus? I don't know. So, well, anyway, we gotta go to the desert. Let's check out this caravan. You know, well, I was gonna say, like, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, we have an airship, but we can't land in the desert. So, let's just scope things out for a second. So this is the desert. What's the closest place I can land? Can I land, like, right here, maybe? I mean, spare me, game. Come on. Oh, cool. Okay. So let's cross the desert. Are there new enemies here? Have we seen Remarez? We totally have. Okay. So this should be the place. Yes. Now, I do need a lot of gil, if I recall. It's the caravan. There's no... It's like an oasis. Oasis just had a reunion, apparently. I don't know. Fun fact. Karaoke, we had like a Brit rock theme in honor of that. Anyway, welcome! There's one item we can buy here, and it is a bottled fairy. Can I buy multiple of them? I cannot, because he only has one, probably. Thanks! Okay, and now he sells other stuff, which is items, which I recently was, enlightened to the fact that in the original FF1 release, there was like a drink command in addition to the item command, and this must be what the drink command was for. Well, also like potions. Most of the items that like do actual like healing to you were in the drink command, and then like the item command was a offensive item, like you throw things that do damage. And they consolidated those. Let's buy some of these. Just, I don't know. We have so much money that I'm like, let's buy 3 of each. Actually, God, let's not, like, break the bank, but I don't know. Alright, that sounds fair. We have 3 of each. Because I like to have some kind of representation of every item in the menu, even though I can't organize the menu, which still bothers the hell out of me. There's gotta be a way. Like, there's gotta be a way. You would think. I don't know. So, where do we take this ferry? Well, we could spend a whole lot of time pretending I don't know where to go, and I've never played this game, this is all a new experience. Look at this waterfall, I wonder where that goes. But, I do know where to go, and it is right behind my gigantic face in the corner. Because there's another town and another continent we haven't been to. I think we've been here. This was the shrine where we got the Citadel of Trials, right? So we've been... There's one town on here, though, that we haven't been to. We haven't been here. And that's like a dungeon for later. But there's a town. Oh, it's nestled between the mountains here. Welcome to Gaia, which is like the entire world of Final Fantasy 7 and 9. So the fairy comes out of the bottle as soon as we enter the town and is leading us somewhere in this town. This is Gaia. Outsiders often call our town the Eye of the Hawk. To our south is an ancient city known as the Wing of the Hawk. So if you didn't notice outside, which I didn't point out, this continent is shaped like a hawk. Kind of like how Italy is shaped like a boot, or whatever. I don't know. Have you visited the Wing of the Hawk? I can't understand this word they say there. They speak a different language there. It's a different country. My dad was always telling me how the castle to the west is a place to test your courage. Yeah, we've been there. That's why we look so epic right now. God, I gotta sit up. I do even lift, bruh. I don't know. My dad was always telling me how the castle to the west was a place to test your courage. When I go to the gym, I'm not trying to get all bulked up. I'm really not that bulky, as you can see. Like, I can, you know, I'm not weak. I got some meat on my bones, but, I'm trying to be lean more than, like, I'm not trying to bulk up. I'm just trying to be slim and sleek and fit, you know. I'm doing a pretty good job this year. A fairy was living at our spring, but I haven't seen her lately. I wonder what's happened to her. Well, we just brought her home, apparently. I don't believe it. You're outsiders, aren't you? How did you make it up this high in the mountains? Can you fly or something? That's impossible, right? Totally. It's totally impossible. I saw a shining light fly off to the west in the night sky. I know I saw it. I think that was the fairy that I just brought back. There was a scholar studying the Lufenian language, but I can't seem to recall his name. Pretty sure it was Sid, because Sid is the name of anybody who's an important scholar in any game like this. I caught the fairy, so I figure she's mine to do with I please. What's the big deal? So I sold her the caravan. So what? Okay, so now we know how that happened. The pirates sold the fairy to the caravan, and I'm pretty sure these woods here are where the fairy went. This is the biggest town. Like there's actually like a town to speak of, or like stuff like outskirts of the town within the town. It still being the town, not the world map. Anyway, here's the fairy. You're the ones who rescued me from that bottle. I'm so sorry about running away, but I was just so scared. I'll get you some ox heel from the bottom of the spring to make up for it, okay? So this is what will enable us to breathe underwater. That splash sound effect was really impressive. I don't know why I'm commenting on that, but it was. So, yay. Air will flow out of that water for as long as you have it. Okay. So, that is a key item. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, now we can take, now we can take the submarine. Does this, no. I was gonna say, does this forest lead anywhere? But no, I'm not done exploring this town yet. Gaia sounds like it should be the Earth Crystal town. But we've been done with the Earth Crystal for a while now, so... so there's a bunch of shops. I just want to make sure I have a method. I'm very methodical about how I, Yes, I know. I have the Oxyel now. Only fairies can draw it out. We literally just did exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so... I think there's 2 magic shops. Or 2 of each magic shop, yeah. 2 of them are like, you know, row homes with each other or whatever, and then the other ones are individual buildings. That broom's always trying to weasel its way out of its chores. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, by the way, I watched, Busy, Swish Swishery. I'm talking like the Tobly from FF10-2, if we ever get to that game. That'll be years from now. There's a tower in the Yannick-Kerm Desert that no one can enter. Some people think it's nothing but a mirage, so it's called the Mirage Tower. Because, why not? No one can say for sure, though. We will be going there. And who's this guy? He looks scholarly. Legends say the sky people could soar through the sky and build castles above the clouds. I'm pretty sure Miyazaki made a movie about that. Anyway. Let's see what's in these. magic shops. So, what was I gonna say? There was something off the top of my head I was gonna say. Oh, I was watching Fantasia. Curaja. Oh, these are like little 4 spells, or like the 4th tier of these spells. Curaja, I definitely want that. Is Diaja worth it? I kind of want that instead of Null Death. Yeah, screw, sorry, but screw Null Death. We already have it on, our red wizard. Alright, well that was a waste of money, but whatever. We have Hilaga, Diaja, Curaja. Hilaga, Diaja, Curaja. Okay. Now it's gonna drive me crazy that they're not, like, aligned. I like how I have, like, the first level of heal and, like, the highest level of Hilaga, but I didn't get the second level of it. Whatever. I'm not gonna be able to learn any of these black magic spells, am I? Oh, I can learn. Okay, I can learn Blizzaga. There's Blizzaga. We've needed Blizzaga for a while, and I can't learn Break because that's black magic only, or black mage, black wizard, whatever. We don't have the right class. So those, and then what's in? Luckily, I'm like, well, I was gonna say I'm independently wealthy, but I'm spending a lot of money now, and I better be careful with that. Okay, Holy. Oh, these are the level 8 spells. Okay, so Holy, Null All. That's really good. I'm gonna spend, like, the rest of my money on my white wizard. Wow. Wow. I might have to sell some stuff. Stop, warp, and kill. Okay, I don't have to use any money on these. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we can't learn them, I guess. Alright, so I think this is it for spells. Look at that full spell list. So, okay. Well, equipment. Let's see what we can do here. Cat claws. Oh, I can't afford those, and they're not good anyway. They're, like, why would I get them? Okay. That's all that's here. And how about here? Protect ring. That's pretty good. Ruby armlet. I have 1 equipped. Should I get 1 ruby armlet or like 3 protect rings? Who can't use the protect ring? The ruby armlet isn't good for. Why is the? I don't understand this, because the protect ring makes the warrior's stats go up, but the ruby armlet is defense plus 24, and that's only defense plus 8. I don't understand that. Protect rings seem like a better deal. Like, I don't know why. Protect rings, I could at least get like 3 of them. Or I could get 2 of them. And I didn't have any of them. Alright, well that's all I'm buying for now anyway, so... The way stats in this game work is so weird, let me tell you. If I remove that, evasion goes up, but defense goes down. Okay, whatever. I think it's still better to have... Well, I guess the Protect Ring does work for the Monk, for Ryan, but, like, none of the other stuff is good. Silver Armlet... Well, I guess Silver Armlet is pretty good. I still don't understand how the Monk equips things. I'll come back here before the next dungeon, because we're gonna make a lot of gil in the Water Shrine, so yeah. Okay. Did I need to do anything else? Wait, hold on. Did I need to do anything else in here? I don't know. Probably not, but let's check. Can never be too thorough. Does the item shop have anything new? Probably not. No. Okay. Now we're good. So we're left with only like 10,000... or like 11,000 gil, whatever. Alright. Let's do this thing. I can't take one step. Why are there sandworms, like, in the not sand area? It makes no sense. Well, okay. Quick level up before we go to the dungeon. Alright. So, to get to the dungeon, we just have to go into Onrak. So, let's go. I took one step outside of Gaia and couldn't make it to my airship without getting into a battle. Then I walked like halfway across the continent right there. And made it without a battle. Anyway, yeah. So... I'm gonna rest at the end just so I'm tip-top shape for this dungeon. I didn't even look at how much money I paid for that. I think it was like 600 or something. Anyway. Alright, let's go to the dungeon. So this is a unique kind of dungeon. I'm actually gonna save real quick. It's unique. Well, quick save at least. I didn't have to go to the world map to do that, but this is a unique dungeon though, in that we don't actually go, like, you know, to a dungeon on the world map. It's entered through the town. Where am I going? Okay. No. Where's the mermaid with the Oxia? With the submarine, I mean. It was this way, right? Yeah, there you are. You have Oxiel. I sure do. You're the ones we've been waiting for. Please save the mermaids. Oh my gosh! She was a mermaid all along. She was a mermaid all along. Okay, let's get in the barrel. And suddenly we're in 20,000 leagues under the sea. A little cutscene. Here we are. The sunken shrine. Oh, hi. Immediately. Oh, how did I auto battle? No, oops. So, ice damage still affects water enemies. That's good to know. Ice and water are not one and the same. I don't know if I'd be doing more damage with, like, lightning weapons, if that's a thing I could have had. I don't know. So, let's make use of the map, as we always do. So the way through... There's a staircase there and a staircase there. I think we want to go down. Pretty sure. This music is also really good. Just let you listen to it for a second. That, like, cello or whatever. So we've seen sharks before. I don't know if we've seen a white shark before. So if... Oh, wait. While we're in a room... God, I love this remix of this song, too. So good. So while I'm in this room, I'm making sure I know which chest to get. God, I'm so glad I discovered the world map. That the world map, but the map is the thing. Makes life so much more efficient. So these are kind of like rooms, but they're not like rooms I can enter. That room's pointless in the middle there. Can't see my finger pointing on top of the screen, but we're not going in there. It's the one to the left is the only one with a chest. The ones at the top really don't have anything, do they? But I'm gonna opt to go upstairs first because I'm pretty sure this is a basement type dungeon. And going up might be like, wow, okay, Ryan is getting to be a very strong character. Yeah. Alright, is this the room? Oh my goodness. I would complain about the encounter rate in here, but like, it's what's new? What else is new? Oh, so yeah, I was watching Fantasia yesterday. The reason I bring that up is because there are brooms. There's, you know, Mickey Mouse, the Sorcerer's Apprentice. God, this one encounter with just the white shark. Trying to imagine a universe in which you get to this point in the game and it's actually difficult. Because what do you have to do for this to be a difficult encounter? Like, not fight any enemies at all, not have leveled up at all? I don't know. Alright, what happens if I go up? But yeah, Fantasia is one of my favorite movies of all time. And the fairies, like, you know, the Nutcracker Suite. I love it. It's so good. Anyway, but the scene with the brooms, you know, the brooms in this game remind me of the Fantasia scene with Sorcerer's Apprentice, Mickey Mouse. He's lazy, so he enchant. The lesson of that segment is don't use magic to get around doing your work, because it will backfire on you. Like, magic is an AI are not the solution to all your problems. And Master Yensid teaches him his lesson. Or he like, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. We need a Mickey Mouse Spider-Man crossover. I don't know. Or like Spider-Man needs to be in Kingdom Hearts. Because Spider-Man is Disney, right? It's also Magic the Gathering now, too. So I'm going downstairs. Okay, so it looks like there was another floor after that. I'm just trying to do the side questy stuff before the... not side questy stuff. Sorry, I don't know which way to go first. I just don't want to waste my time, you know? I think I was supposed to go up first. I'm gonna go up first. Sorry, I keep doing this in dungeons. I keep, like, running back and forth from, like, one end of the room to the other. I do have the escape spell now. So, like, if I really need to teleport out of a dungeon, I can do that. Also poison, what the heck? Why are we being poisoned? Because many poisonous creatures live under the sea. That was one thing Sebastian did not warn Ariel about. It'd be fun to play Kingdom Hearts on camera. Kingdom Hearts... well, no, I was gonna say Kingdom Hearts is not on Steam, but it totally is. So I should probably purchase some Kingdom Hearts games. Play them on Steam. I don't know if I should. I don't know how, if ever, I'm ever planning to play Kingdom Hearts. I gotta get through, like, every Final Fantasy game first. Treasures, though. There's several treasure rooms in this floor. Wow, there's a lot going on here. Okay. So, let's raid these. Deep eyes. I'm gazing longingly into your deep, deep eyes. But seriously, half of the length of, like, this playthrough is gonna come from this. The encounters in this dungeon are really, like, we're getting to the point in the game where, like, trash encounters really are just trash. Like, it's just a waste of time. Even if they can poison me. And the poison just makes it, like, annoying, you know? Where am I? I'm just, like, spamming the map. I'm glad it's not like in Zelda. Like, I love Zelda. Why are there ghosts here? Ghosts of dead sailors or whatever. Lost at sea. But, like, yeah, in Zelda, like, to open the map, I would have to, like, find an item. You know, I'd have to find dungeon map in a chest. It's like a key item. At least you could just have the map. by default. Magically, somehow. No, I didn't mean to do that. Whoa. That was the first attack that actually did any significant damage to me in this whole dungeon. Okay, hold on. Oh, that was the only chest in here. There's one up there. I like how we have shark and white shark. And the white shark is just a later shade of blue. Goodness. Look at all this. Look at this. Let's do something interesting, I guess, and use Thundaga on them. I probably shouldn't waste my Thundagas, but look at that. Look at that. Okay, that was pretty satisfying, I'll admit. Diamond armor, that sounds good. Yeah, it is good. Okay. So I guess, like, coming down here, coming to this floor is for mainly for the good armor or whatever, like the treasures here. So we got that, we got that. There's chests at the bottom right and the middle. So there's three chests at the bottom and that's it. Those 3 rooms. That's the room we came from. Or the floor we came from. So let's just go to the bottom. I'm already getting really tired of these encounters. I gotta go to bed after this. I'm gonna try to get up tomorrow and do something of note. Because I don't have to do anything. I mean I don't have to work until like later in the day tomorrow. And whenever that happens, I try to, you know, seize the day. Like, carpe diem, you know? I made a whole video called that when I was a lot younger, when I was in college. And, I don't know, that stuck with me. Even if I do a rehash, or not a rehash, but like if I, well, if I filter out some of my old YouTube videos that I'm embarrassed by now and delete some of them, that's going to be one of the ones I keep. I think it will be. I haven't watched it in a long time. Maybe I'll cringe at my younger self and be like, well, you thought you were so woke or whatever. Or not woke, but like, you thought you were so wise and I don't know. Whatever. It is sometimes weird. It does... Hold on. What did I just get? A light axe? Why? No, we don't need that. But it is weird that I could, like, click on a video on my channel from, like, you know, 13 years ago at this point, and watch myself talking when I was, like, 22. And, I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed myself back then in a lot of ways. There was a lot of cool stuff going on in my life. But I was young and impressionable, and you know, everybody thinks that way about their younger selves, I think. And it's a little cringe, I don't know. But it's also adorable and like, you know, look where I was, look at how far I've come. Sometimes you're even like, the mage's staff's totally only for the black mage, isn't it? Whatever. But yeah, I don't want to delete all my older videos, because some of them are good, and I would miss them. Some of them were pointless, and like the Sideways video, you won't even know what I'm talking about if I delete that. And you watch this, I don't know. But, I don't know, I've been thinking a lot about that, and I feel like I need to do some curating of this YouTube channel, because it's like, just a variety show of me doing random stuff. And it always has been. I'm not like a big YouTuber or anything, but this is sort of like a personal, you know, virtual journal of me chronicling certain parts of my life. Mainly just hobbies, honestly. Like this. And Digimon cards, and music, of course. And every once in a while I do it. And books, you know, talking about books and writing and reading. I need to do a book review. Like, I haven't done, like, just a sit down and talk about a book review in a while. The last one I did, I think, was Nicholas Sparks, which that was, like, 2 years ago now, probably. And that was me walking around outside at the Curtis Institute. That was cool. I like that. Alright, this floor, though. Look at that. What is up with this floor? Does that lead anywhere up there? I don't know. This floor is crazy. Well, oh, oops. There's got to be some good treasures. Oh, hi. What? Hi. Oh, my prayers have been answered. So, is there a mermaid in all these rooms? No. I was gonna say, okay, so this is the way that you cheat at this. But imagine if you didn't have a map. You would literally just have to explore all these rooms and figure out that there's nothing in them. Why are you here, mermaid? Why are you here? Oh, wait, okay, all the rooms without the treasure chests showing up in the map have mermaids in them. Diamond armlet, that's probably really good. Diamond armlet? Anybody? What? Who can use the? Who can use that? Oh, it's a body thing. That's right. Hold on. Diamond armor is better than the armlet, at least for defense. So I'll give Ryan that. Okay. So what does this mermaid have to say? In the light of the sea if the light of the sea is lost, we will turn into sea foam and vanish forever. So that's the lore of mermaids in this game, is that they will, when they die, they turn into sea foam. They become one with the sea. It's like the life stream, but it's the sea life stream. One of our friends went to see the world above and hasn't returned. I wonder what she's doing now. I do hope she's alright. Well, she grew legs and is very excited about that. So, yeah. You can breathe underwater? How? 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 Do we need to do a commercial for Oxyel and the wonders of Oxyel? So, yeah, where does it, what? Okay, so this, oh, okay, so it's like a continuous map thing. Because the world is round, and this is like a little, there's a key item. Oh, the Rosetta Stone is down here, okay. Why do we need that? Oh, we need that so we can speak Lufenian later when we go to that town. Okay, so this is a total like side quest. It's not. It's part of the main quest, but it doesn't have anything to do with restoring the water crystal. Not really. And we needed to discover that the underwater realm has its own planetary axis in order to get over here. So we did that. So weird. Okay. And we end up at the top left over there. And that's the only way we could reach that room. And that's the only room that requires us to do that. So, and luckily, if you haven't noticed, there are no encounters down here. Are those the crystals the legends speak of? Just who are you? We are the main characters. And we have no names. Actually, we do have names. But not canonically. If the light of the sea is not restored, we will vanish on foam on the waves. Yeah, your friend down there told me that already. So most of these chesters have gil, which is definitely welcome. Like, because I spend so much gil on spells and mainly spells, but armor and when the Fiend of Water lives, while the Fiend of Water lives, the light of the sea grows even darker. All right. Is the Fiend of Water named Ursula? That'd be funny. Anyway. Did we talk to this mermaid? Oh, wait. This is the uppermost level of the shrine. The Kraken, the Fiend of Water, nests on its lowest level. Okay, so yeah, we were right about that. Gotta go down, and down, down. An antidote, yeah. Well, The Mirage Tower stands in the desert to the east of the continent, right? Well, I saw someone go into the tower. I heard the most lovely chiming sound. Okay, so we did see that in the airship. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking place. Diamond shield. Okay. So a lot of the diamond equipment was found down here. We're pretty much all diamond. Is there a diamond sword? I don't know. We didn't find it. Diamond armlet. Okay. Anyway. So. I think we got all these treasure chests. We talked to all the mermaids. So now we gotta go back down. Okay. Cool. How do I get to the steps? There we go. So yeah, frownies. A friend of mine told me about them, and I started ordering them. I was like, you know what? I'm 35, I'm almost 36. I don't want forehead wrinkles. I have a lot of forehead as to begin with. I'm already on hair medicine, so like, you know, if while I'm trying to make my hair thicker all the time, I also trying to like mitigate, if I'm gonna have a lot of forehead, I'm gonna try to make it look good. So my two main things that I focus on are hair and skin, and I take vitamins for that, and I feel like it's doing, I mean, it's as good as it can get, in a way, I guess you might say. I feel like I look good. I feel better about my appearance than I have in a long time. Go to the gym a lot, I'm in good shape. Anyway, so, yeah. Yeah, the hair medicine that I'm on will not make my hairline go down, but it will maybe, hopefully it will keep it as thick as it is now, you know. But, you know, I definitely used to have a lower hairline. And, yeah, I don't know. I guess I would still have forehead furrows, even if, like, it's not like my hairline was down here, you know. But it's more noticeable since my forehead is bigger now. And, yeah. And I spent a lot of years, like, you know, maintaining my hair and, like, going like this. Like, I'm not gonna do it now because I have this on this patch on. But, like, raising my, like, brow in concern. I don't know how else to put that. And I don't know if that, like, exacerbated the wrinkle lines that I have that I'm trying to fix here. So now I'm undoing all the stress that I did over my hair by by using. This is what getting old is like. Sorry, guys. Anyone who's younger. But no, I mean, I don't feel my age. I feel like I'm still in my 20s most of the time. Because I stay out late. I party hard. I'm in good shape. I eat pretty well. I still eat like junk and like once in a while, you know, I have a sweet tooth. I eat pastries and things like that. But I keep my weight down by, you know, going to the gym, watching how much I eat, and like really watching what I eat. And I ran half an hour on the treadmill tonight. Without, I mean, I broke a sweat, but I didn't run out of breath. I'm getting, like, I feel like my endurance is, like, getting better. So I'm feeling better about myself. I don't know. I feel like I still look and feel young, and it's like, you know, I'm pushing, I don't want to say I'm pushing 40, because that is a scary sentence for me to say. I'm not really, I mean, you're not pushing 40 until you're, what, like 39 or 38. I'm almost 36. I'm not gonna say I'm pushing 40 yet, you know. My age rounds up to 40, sure, but like, no, we're not gonna go there yet. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. So, God, I feel like I use this stream. It's not a stream. I mean, the water is flowing in a stream here. Haha. Double entendre. Anyway. We gotta go up. Okay. This is where the floors start getting all, like, more broken up. Like, the lower you go, the more it's, like, narrow paths that cut through the water here. And, like, the pieces of the temple are more cracked and, like, falling apart. Nice touch, you know. I'm gonna open the map every 5 seconds, I'm sorry. I think this is it for this section of the floor. Look at that. I can't go anywhere over there. Yeah, I really can't. This is just a straight path to that staircase. It's a lot of snakes. But yeah, so frownies, you know, they're called frownies because you're supposed to frown, like, before using them, to smooth out your brow. I think that's why Posh Spice from the Spice Girls didn't like to smile, is because... And she was, like, in her 20s. She was, like... They were so young, the Spice Girls, right? And she was thinking ahead, even younger than I am, you know, about those sort of things. She didn't want, like, frown... Or like, smile lines or whatever. Look at this floor. Such a meaningful floor right here. Anyway, but, you know, I feel like if I frowned most of my life, I wouldn't have a furrow that I'm trying to smooth out here. I don't know. But you can only do so much to prevent aging, right? Like, you can't really completely prevent that. Like, I went to the restaurant for that burger tonight, and I had a glass of red wine with dinner, and it was I love the Buttonwood Grill. It's like a relaxing environment, and like the lighting is dim, and best burger in the world, and I ordered a glass of wine, and they didn't card me, because, you know, I once in a while will get carded, like, very rarely, I feel like, at, like, where did I just come from? Oh. If I go to, like, a certain bars or certain stores will still card me. And I love it when that happens, because I'm like, well, you shouldn't have. Like, you're so thoughtful and making me feel young. I don't know. On a good day, maybe. Maybe it's something they're actually concerned about. But I am 15 years older. I am 15 years older than a 21-year-old. Like, that's a lot. I was thinking about this today, because 15 years younger than 21 is, like, 5. Or 6. So I am the same distance from 21 as I was when I was 21 from 6 years old. That's, like, mind blown. That's so weird. I'm so old. My life has been so long. Like, the second part of your life... I'm not in my second half of life yet. Or I'm getting there, but, like, the adult years of your life goes by so much faster than when you're a kid, you know? It's depressing. It's like... God, that's why it's like I plan to do crazy things every day, like get out and use as much time as you have before work, before you have to just go to work. And I have a job I like, where I don't feel like I'm wasting time being there, but, like, it's still work. There's still, like, oh, I need to use the time to do other things that I don't have to do. And I like to use my time wisely, I don't know. And I find meaning in that. We're getting philosophical today, aren't we? But yeah, so that's, as I've gotten older, I have more, I guess the term is, FOMO. That's what the kids call it these days. But, you know. And I have to balance that with, like, actual rest, and, you know. And I do sleep in... This is the first monster in a box in this whole dungeon, isn't it? I mean, fair enough. We needed to include at least one. Yeah, But yeah, I get out and do stuff. It's like I have a life, I have friends, I have hobbies, including this, that I make time for. Because if in 15 years from now, I'll be like 50. I'll be 51. And that's as far as I am from 21. Oh, I don't want to think about that. I really don't want to think about that. And I have friends who are like in their 50s, you know, and they seem young still. Like they don't seem old. I have cousins who are in their 50s. I don't know. Age is so relative. I don't know. But yeah, time just goes by too fast. And I don't even feel like I wasted very many years of my life. I mean, like, I kind of can think of the definitive identity of each year I've lived through, and like, oh, it was that year, the year of this, and the year of that. Usually based around like what theater thing I was doing that year, or like what I was doing in school, or like what job I had. And I've had the same job now for 5 years. I'm on the 5-year anniversary of Barnes & Noble. Actually, this month. Pretty cool. I spent a lot of years of my life in school too, like just getting different degrees or, you know, whatever. And it was worth it. It was like, you know, I learned so much, and it was an experience. And I met so many people, and I don't know, it was an experience. But yeah. Ooh, Laris, you're getting down to the wire there, sir. Is the red mage supposed to be male or female? And does it really matter? Probably not. Oh wow, I should have healed. Hey, white mage, do your thing. Use Cure Raja. Use Cure Raja. Do we have Healaga on you? No. These are not the enemies I expected to see here. Let's use Blizzaga. Because those were like the fire birds from the fire dungeon. Oh, wow. Didn't even need to heal. Well, that was what Blizzaga looks like. Giant's gloves. I probably shouldn't have used Kiraja right there. You would think gloves would be for the monk, but like... no. Who can use the giant's gloves? Seriously though, okay. Laris can, and they don't do anything. The giant's gloves suck, apparently. Okay. Whatever. Came from there. We got that. Wait, hold on. God, the way this map works is so weird. Like, if you have to go in a room to see what's in the other rooms on the map. So there's 2 more rooms up there, and they all have chests. Okay. God, I keep banging the mic. So yeah, when I use these frownies, I usually, like... I feel like they do work. Like, I feel like I've noticed my forehead getting smoother. That means I'll look younger, and I'll really look like I'm in my 20s still. I don't know. I feel like on a good day, like, the youngest I usually look is maybe, like, 27 or something. Like, you know, it's a lot to ask to look 10 years younger than you are, right? Like, not many people can pull that off. I was thinking, like... Even, like, Aaron Tveit, who's one of my favorite Broadway actors, he was, like, playing Christian in Moulin Rouge when he was, like, pushing 40. And no one, like, he would never get carded at a bar. Like, no one would actually think that he's, you know, that young. Oh, none of the cure spells... hold on, I'm looking... Healaga is the spell I want to use here. Everybody needs a little bit of healing. But like, when you're dealing with a... And he's like good looking and like, you know, like looking good doesn't mean you necessarily look young in reality. But like, if you have that kind of star power, people will suspend disbelief. People will suspend disbelief for you to be in that role. And like makeup and like, you know, it's the stage. You can do a lot with makeup and like costuming. So yeah, I mean, but anyway, you know, he's supposed to be like this naive boy in his early 20s who's going to France or Paris or whatever, and but he obviously wouldn't, like, he would never get carded if he went to a bar. He went off stage, went off in his street clothes, and got carded and went to a bar. You know, where am I going with this? Anyway, suspension of disbelief. And like, younger doesn't necessarily mean better in every. I know it's hard to believe that we live in a society that worships the idea of youth and blah blah blah, but no, no. I was thinking about Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, or Viggo Mortensen. Aragorn. There's a guy in here. Are you an enemy? Yeah. Okay. But Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, he's like, what, like 80, but he aged really slowly because he lived amongst the elves, so he looks half his age. And like Aragorn was, I mean, Viggo Mortensen in the movies was like in his 40s, and he looks great. He's like rugged, and he's got like a prettiness to him. He's like gorgeous eyes, and you know, nice hair and everything. But he you know, he looks like a middle-aged guy, but he's like a king, and he's wise. That was a ribbon. I don't think ribbons in this game protect against status effects, though. What does it... Oh. It's like a headgear. It's not even that good. Oh, well... Apparently it is. I don't know. I feel like the mage should have the ribbon, but... Sure. Okay. I feel like Loris should have an item called Feathered Cap. Because that's what he's wearing. Anyway, yeah, so there was like a post on Instagram I stumbled across today about masculinity and how like the modern world in like America or whatever doesn't know how to deal with masculinity, and like Aragorn exemplifies positive masculinity, because he's like gentle, but he's also headstrong and like level-headed and brave, and you know, he's like manly. I don't even know. See, I'm bad at describing this because I don't know what manly really means anymore. But like, he's quiet, but he's like poised, and he's confident, and he's a leader, and he knows when to unleash his fury or whatever. But he's not like, you know, he doesn't have that masculine aggression where it's like he's just angry all the time. He's not toxically masculine, in other words. And I liked that post. It was cool because, you know, there is such a thing as positive masculinity. People point to Mr. Rogers as like an example of that as well. Or Fred Rogers, you know. And in real life he totally was. Like, he was, you know, you might look at someone like that and be like, oh, he has feminine qualities. But I don't know, he was like a disciplined, athletic, go for a swim at like 4 a.m. I mean, you don't have to do that to be masculine, but like, what does masculinity mean? To me, it means like discipline. But that implies that femininity doesn't have like discipline, so I don't know. Gender's weird. I don't like usually attributing certain qualities to gender roles. As I've made clear, I'm not a fan of like conventional gender. But I've seen positive, what I would describe as masculinity in real life from certain people. I've seen negative too, obviously, probably more often than positive, unfortunately, these days. But I think positive masculinity comes with like a not stoicism, because stoicism is such a terrible word and it's a terrible trend. And it's like nihilism almost, or I don't know. There's too much of a slippery slope to toxic masculinity in stoicism, I feel like. But like poise and maturity and discipline. I like the word discipline. How'd I get on this topic? I don't know. Aragorn. He's kingly. He has like a nobility, and he will hold the door open for you, whether you are a man or a woman or anything else, you know? like, to me, respect, you know, respect and confidence. Like, a handshake, a confident handshake, but not to the point where you're like, look how hard I can shake your hand, because I'm so manly that, like, that's, like, just petty. That's just, like, you know, I don't know. I haven't met anyone who acted like that in a long time. It's almost like a meme. It's like the handshake thing. I don't like shaking hands because I have OCD and I wear gloves all the time. But I will shake someone's hand, like if I'm meeting them for the first time. It's a sign of respect if someone offers you their hand. And it's like, it's a good way to overcome my OCD, to be like, okay, I'm in this moment, I can sacrifice my, you know, I can, sorry, where am I supposed to go? I can put aside my fear of germs to have faith that you are not a dirty person. And I can touch your hand, and I respect you enough to have faith that you know well enough that you should wash your hands. You know? That's sort of the implication there. Gonna cross this. We're almost there. We're almost at the boss. And I've had this frowny patch on my forehead the whole video. This might even be the boss room right here. Is it? Maybe? So anyway, those are my thoughts of the day. These videos, you know, it's me like playing a video game or whatever, but it's a good chance for me to just untangle my thoughts. So I'm pretty sure that's like the warp portal out of here, and this room is the boss room. I think. Wait. No. Or that room is the boss room and the warp portal is behind it. What's the point of this room? Ah. ITK, man. Who even knows anymore? It's just one last stretch. We didn't miss any enemies in here, did we? I'm not even gonna look at the bestiary until I'm done with the boss, because I really don't feel like getting into the completionist thing of like, ooh, you know, now I need to go backtrack, and if I missed anything, I'll look for it off screen, I guess? I don't know. But I feel like I've been pretty thorough exploring this dungeon, so... Alright, here we go. Quick save. I feel like this boss is not going to be difficult. I feel like I'm going to say that and then I'm going to lose or whatever. I don't think that's going to happen though. Because I feel like I'm probably over-leveled, honestly, at this point in my life. You humans do impress. I would not have thought to see you here. I know what this boss is going to be, so I gotta give him the proper voice. How do I do like a watery glug-glug kind of a voice? Look at him. Do you really think you can defeat the Fiend of Water here in my own domain? Fools, these dark depths shall be your tomb. Ooh. Okay. So here we have... My nose itches, sorry. The Kraken. And you know what? I was gonna laugh at how he, like, sometimes his, sprite or whatever, design or whatever, he has a cape. He really they kinda hid the cape within the tentacles this time. It doesn't look that ridiculous. He doesn't just look like a silly, cartoonish villain with a cape. I'm gonna use Holy because, there's no null water. Does he use ice spells? I don't know. And let's use Thundaga. I don't know. Whoa! Did he just one-shot me? He just one-shotted me. Holy was kind of not worth it, honestly. I was not expecting to just get straight up one-shotted. Why did he use like an instant death move on me? Is that what happened? Like, or does my red mage just really have a weakness to Kraken? I don't know. That was so weird. Kiraja? Haste, because we need some buffs here. Oh, you're gonna blind me. Now I'm gonna do even less damage. Yeah, Ryan, MVP monk here. So, do I have... Yeah, blind, haste on you. Ryan is just gonna take out the whole boss here. Maybe. Yeah, blind really does just mitigate the amount of damage you can do. Well, no more. Let's just do a group heal. Temper, where's Temper? Okay, we are now blinded. But all I need is one big hit from the warrior or the monk, you know, didn't matter. I mean, what did I tell you? It wasn't that difficult. But that, like, wow, when he hit Laris there, that was like, that's a lot. Okay. Either way, we won. So, restoring light to the water crystal, and the seas should become a lot brighter now. Hopefully, the water won't be as murky and polluted. This is the altar of water from which the power of water flows forth, and we have an achievement. Heck yeah. Okay. Kind of have to go around here. And that's it. We did it. We did it. We did it. So that's it. 3 crystals down, 1 to go, and it's the green one there. That's exciting. I'm gonna rest up real quick. So you're probably wondering where we gotta go next. I think Gaia. We probably have to go back to Gaia. I'm gonna rest at the inn, and then I'm gonna rest on my bed in real life. But yeah, we did good. We did good. We knocked that whole chapter out in like 1 episode with the town and the temple and everything. Cool. So long on rack. Now we go to the windy place. Save and yeah. All right, I'll see you for that one. For the final crystal. Exciting, and then we're gonna go to the end game. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. We're gonna be finishing up Final Fantasy 1 sooner than you realize.